Well, right as I was about to upload this video, actually before I was about to save this video, I found out that they just stopped all sales of the Redcat Machete 4S and 6S because of issues that they're finding with the truck. So maybe stuff like this drive shaft, these control arms, maybe stuff like that is going to be fixed. And if that's the case, then this is actually going to be a really good truck, especially for some of those people that were on the wall and skeptical about it. So good on you, Redcat, for doing this recall, because you can either send this truck back for a full refund, or you can keep it, and when they get the updated parts, they're going to send them out to you for free and give you a $50 gift card to spend on their website, which, hey, I mean, I'm still going to buy spares because I'm still going to break stuff. Doesn't matter how well you update stuff and how well you make things, stuff's still going to break. I'm a firm believer in that, but Redcat is a stand-up company for, just doing that. What other RC company out there would say, hey, give us a truck back, we'll give you a full refund? Part of me wants to just go take this off the send it ramp and get a full refund, but I don't think they're going to do that, and I'm not going to abuse it like that. But I am going to enjoy the truck, so you guys enjoy the video. I did film this video before I learned about this recall, so yeah, enjoy. If you honestly think I'm going to let a broken control arm stop me, you don't know me too well. Plastic welded her together. Let's go out and see how she does. So I dialed the punch level down to a 7. I was reading in the manual that if you have the punch level dialed up too high and your battery doesn't have a high enough C rating, then it'll cause it to stumble and stutter. So I had it at a 9, so I turned it down to a 7. So we shall see what that does for us. Because it was right when I punched it, and that's what they say. They said if it stutters when you punch it, that you need to turn that punch level down. Well, it's a pretty hard hit on that front control arm, so looks like my repair's holding up so far. Now, I saw people comment and they said that the putting that 20 million diff fluid in there is probably why my drive shafts were twisting, but I assure you they were starting to twist long before. I didn't accelerate anything by doing it, and that's why that front one's so much worse, because all the power was going to the front wheels before I did that, and now it's at least evenly distributing the power now. But that took care of the stuttering problem. So I guess I had, if I want to turn it up to a level 9, it looks like I'm going to have to get a higher punch battery, or a higher C rating battery. These are only rated at 60 C, so it'll still pull the front wheels, just not as exciting as it was before. I might try and dial it up to a level 8. This thing just loves to flip over. But we're back in the game. This thing's just so much fun. I sure hope people get these. I mean, what I'd like to see is more people getting this and enjoying this truck, because it's not a bad truck. Oh, I also dialed the brake down to 50%, so brakes aren't quite as aggressive. So, I mean, if you like that aggressive control, then I'd say dial it up to 75, but it seems like 50% is good. So if I'm gonna come down here full speed, and then I hit the brakes, it's much more controlled. It doesn't nosedive as hard. So I think 50% should be just fine. It stops it with a lot more control. Yeah, now that another thing too is now that I dialed that punch level down, reverse works. So I think that's what it was. I just had that punch dialed up too high and my C rating wasn't good enough. So the wheelies aren't as impressive, but it'll still go that, you know, 50 plus top speed. Well, that, and it's a little wet today, so when it's dry out, I think I won't have a problem doing wheelies. Just got to figure out how I can get this thing to freaking do backflips. That's all I want, one backflip. But she's running good. Pull it in here and see how my control arm repair is holding up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Holding up really well. So there you go. All you gotta do is get a plastic weld gun. Get a plastic welding gun and your problems are solved. Ooh, sounded like it might have broken there. That was a pretty good shot. Nope, just the bottoming out there. And like I said, once I get the, once I have some spares, I am definitely going from here all the way down there. And we are going to hit a ramp at that end there and send this thing as high and far as it'll go. And that's all she wrote for the batteries this run here. We're gonna send this thing as high and as far as it'll go. We're gonna see if that chassis stays straight, and we're gonna see what breaks. But gotta wait for the parts to show up. I mean, I can do bandage repairs, but I'd really like to have a good solid spare to actually, you know, put on there in case something breaks. But Redcat is back in action. My repair looks to be working great. Punch level solved that stumbling issue, so if you do want to gear this up, you can at least go to a 19 tooth and you'll get a little bit more top speed out of it. And like I said, if it was dry out, I think it would be pulling the front wheels. I mean, it was trying to pull the front wheels there, so, and it was spinning, so I think, yeah, you won't have a problem if it's actually dry out. It'll still do wheelies. But if you want to turn the punch level up to 9, I recommend getting a better battery than, you know, the Secokins I have in here. You know, like I said, it's a $50 battery for, or it's a $25 battery, I should say, because it's $50 for both batteries. So that's the only downside to it, I guess, is that you just can't have that, you know, super aggressive punch level. But oh well. But hey, just a little update on the truck. Like I said, I'm still loving it. It's back in action. It's back to doing its thing. Again, keep the comments coming, guys. Like I said, I'm going to at some point change the front and rear diff fluids. I'm going to just top them up, because if they're anything like that center diff, they were the center diff was pretty empty, so I might just top them up, try and find out what they put in there from stock, and then just put that in there and see if that improves, you know, where I can actually drive on 2 wheels. But that's going to be for another video. But yeah, anything you want to see in the meantime, just let me know. I'm loving driving this thing, learning about it, and yeah, and like I said, this is a pretty cool truck, and I'm glad I was able to fix it, because I was going to be bummed out if I had to wait. But hey, thanks for checking this one out, guys. We'll see you in the next video. So this is the plastic welding gun here that I had used to fix this. I already installed 3 of these pieces here. So these are just little metal pieces of wire. This is the one I chose. There's several different design options. They kind of let you know which one is which there. So this one kind of looked like it was going to be the best suited. I have 3 of those in there, and the way you insert these is pretty simple, straightforward. If you've never seen this before, it's actually pretty cool. You just take that piece, you insert it into the 2 ends on the gun here, and then just squeeze the trigger. And then you'll watch, that gets glowing red hot. And once that's glowing hot, you just take that and you insert it into that arm and let it cool down a minute. And then when you pull back on it, that piece is going to be melted inside the plastic. The plastic will kind of harden around it, and then you just pull this off and cut the ends off there. I cut the ends off here. They're still a little bit sharp, but again, I'm not going to be driving this thing, so I don't really care. As long as it works and keeps that arm together until spare parts arrive, it's done its job. Now, that's one way you could fix it. You can use zip tie, which is what I did to melt in here, but they actually have kits for plastic welding. So this also, in addition to those tips, comes with just this flat tip here. And you know, you can get different types of plastic, so polyurethane, ABS, so different types of plastic that you can melt into this, so you can kind of get it as close as possible to the same material that's in there. But that's what I did to fix this. Now let's go take it out and thrash on it a little bit and see if it actually helped, or, well, not help, we'll see if it holds together, I guess. If it holds together, I get to play with it. If not, I'm sad until the parts come.